WYLN Hazleton. This is WYLN's late edition, News at 10, with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, Acres Lisa Sugar, and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition, News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Tuesday, June 18th, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight, a labor of love in memory of a little girl who lost her battle with cancer. Ann Gownley has our story. Plus, faculty and staff of one local school reflect on accomplishments of the past school year. In sports, Beth has a doubleheader in Philly with the Fightin' Phils, and meteorologist Joe Garbacek has your forecast for the rest of the work week. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. Emergency crews responded to a van fire along Interstate 81 this afternoon in Butler Township. The Ford van caught fire near mile marker 148 in the southbound lanes. Traffic was slow going and was backed up to the Interstate 80 junction. One person had to be flown from Penn State's Hazleton campus with burns to a trauma center. Now, there's no word of the name or condition of that person taken from the fire. Valley Regional and Hazel Township Fire assisted at the scene. Hazleton area school district officials have identified the individuals who yelled obscenities and threw things from a school bus at a bystander on the last day of school. This was the video taken by that victim last Thursday as he watched the bus pass his mother's business. You can see garbage and other items coming from the hands of students who were riding on the bus. Now that they have identified them, district officials are waiting for charges to be filed by police. Hazleton Area Superintendent of Schools Dr. Francis Antonelli told WYLN he will bring the matter to the school board's attention and discuss possible actions that may take place come September. The item is on the board's agenda for tomorrow night's committee meetings. Action is also expected against the bus driver. Well, it is up to Luzerne County Court as to whether a new Hazleton Area School Board election will be held in Schuylkill County. President Judge William Baldwin transferred the petition looking for a new election to Luzerne County Court. Baldwin ruled there were 3 reasons Schuylkill County Court should not decide. The majority of voters in the district are in Luzerne, as are all candidates who won the primary and all those who filed the petition. Luzerne County Director of Elections Marisa Crispell failed to inform Schuylkill and Carbon counties that Steve Hahn had dropped out, so his name was on the ballots in both of those counties. Jim Chapman, Clarence John, Bob Mahalik, and Jared O'Donnell won on both the Republican and Democratic ballots. Carmeli Yankevich, an incumbent, came in 5th place on both tickets and just by a handful of votes. The bids for the demolition of the Hotel Sterling in Wilkes-Barre were open today. Our L.A. Tyrone has more.
The days of the old landmark at River and Market Street are numbered. Demolition is likely to be underway within the next few weeks. Now, when the county first started talking about demolition a couple of years ago, guesses on the cost were $1 million to $1.5 million. Well, the 13 bids opened today, and the low one was much less than that.
The lowest bidder was $419,000, which is Bedard Excavating, and the next step now is to have it reviewed by the city attorney's office, which we will review to make sure the bid bond is correct, the security is correct, and the application is correct. The step after that will be to confirm that they are eligible on the state and federal lists. We'll have a pre-construction meeting, and then we'll move ahead to the demolition of the Hotel Sterling.
There was a pre-bid conference approximately 2 weeks ago, and everyone was allowed to tour the building and any questions you had. And then we submitted the bids this morning at 9:30 this morning.
Vinsco says the city wants things done quickly.
We're going to move on this very quickly, hopefully have the final answers in the next couple days, and then move to construction immediately.
Bedard says the age and the quality of construction don't present any real challenges.
Starting procedure because of the peregrine falcons, and the Game Commission wants us to start in a certain area so we don't disturb their habitat. And that's about it. As far as safety, the streets will be shut down, and we should have clear sailing taking it down.
That falcon he mentioned is reference to one that decided to build a nest on the building's roof. The Sterling was built in 1897 and once was the place to stay in this region. Its decline began in the 70s and it has sat vacant and deteriorating for over a dozen years. A plan for redevelopment, which was long on promises and the spending of $7 million federal dollars, but short on details, proposed by its former owner, a now defunct nonprofit group called CityVest, never happened. And the building's condition worsened, as these pictures provided by the city clearly show. By the way, the demolition involves only the Sterling, not the building next door, which used to be called the Sterling Annex. There seems to be some confusion about that. It was built in 1912 as the Elks Building and was bought by the Sterling during World War II. But by the late 60s was the first home of Lucerne County Community College. It was later owned by the Chamber of Business and Industry. It was recently bought by a Bear Creek man who said he had intended to put apartment units in it. As for the main Sterling, there's no start date for demolition as of yet. Bedarick says it'll take about 2 months to complete. L.A. Tyrone, WILN's Late Edition.
Thanks, L.A. When it meets tomorrow night, Hazleton City Council will consider creating a new sewage fee. The 14-page ordinance was written by its engineering firm, Alfred Benish. It assesses a new storm sewer fee on all city property owners based on the average standard lot size and the amount of hard surface area in residential, commercial, and other zones. The city is trying to replace the revenue it lost in transmittal fees after the Greater Hazleton Joint Sewer Authority assumed ownership of the lines. It says the new fee will cover the cost of maintaining the lines. The ordinance establishes an appeals process and creates a 3 to 5 member board that would establish a long-range stormwater management master plan and handle appeals. The city budget projects $500,000 from that new fee. A man wanted for an attempted murder in Washington, D.C. was captured Friday at the Keystone Job Corps Center in Kislin near Drums. 23-year-old Gregory Fat Greg Harris was wanted for the May 24th shooting of a woman outside a liquor store. Police say Harris was watching a fight outside a liquor store when he fired several shots, one hitting a woman who is still listed in critical condition in a D.C. hospital. Exactly when Harris began his residency at the center is not clear. One United Way organization in our area is looking for your help to determine how it can best serve the needs of the community.
We are looking at changing our decades-old model to a new model that we hope will have greater impact within the community in addressing needs and solving problems in the Wyoming Valley.
Bill Jones is president and CEO of the United Way of Wyoming Valley. The organization's currently soliciting public input.
We are looking to shape our strategic planning process around the needs of the community and the aspirations of the community. So we are asking hundreds and hundreds of people what they envision for the community, what kind of community do they want to live in. And as we get those results, that will help us be able to set some priorities and some focus areas that we will then look to examine and see where the needs are and what strategies could get us to addressing those priorities.
In the past, people have donated to the United Way, and the organization in turn distributes those donations to 46 programs in 25 member agencies. Jones is pleased with the response thus far.
It's an excellent response rate. The community really cares about the Wyoming Valley, and they're giving their input. We have not begun yet to analyze all the data and all the responses. We're just in the gathering of information stage, but it's going very well, and the community has been very responsive.
Now, while this is the first time such input is being solicited locally, Jones said United Ways across the country have successfully utilized the model. You can access an electronic version of the survey online at unitedwaywb.org, or you can call the United Way of Wyoming Valley at 829-6711. Jones hopes to finish collecting the data by mid-July. Job seekers of all ages and backgrounds converged on the Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs in Wilkes-Barre today.
Well, I know Mohegan Sun has a lot of different positions available at this career fair, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to be able to take a pick of different positions and opportunities.
Cheryl Federico of Pittston was one of the many people in search of employment at today's career fair. The employment opportunity came about thanks to the addition of the brand new hotel and convention center being built on the site of the local casino.
We have opportunities available in our hotel operations department, which will include front desk operations. It'll include the convention area, the housekeeping area, bell attendants. We have opportunities in our security department. We also have opportunities available in our food and beverage and banquets department because of all the events that we'll be hosting in our hotel. And so it's very exciting for us here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs to be adding this hotel in the fall.
Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs first opened in 2006, then added restaurants and retail outlets in 2010. The latest attraction will be the new hotel and convention center in the fall. If you were unable to attend in person today, you can still apply for these jobs online at mohegansunpocono.com. It is a problem infiltrating communities of all sizes in all locations, both urban and rural. And one community in our area is doing its best to get the drugs out of their town. The small community of Berwick has been making headlines for a very big problem with methamphetamines and other drugs. In a rather unique move aimed at fighting the growing problem of addiction head-on, the borough has now invited a Pennsylvania Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center to set up shop right in town. On Monday night, the Berwick Anti-Drug Alliance hosted a program entitled Gaudenzia Berwick, committed to help rural Pennsylvania, to get the word out that help is available.
We were actually invited by the community to come in and help combat some of the methamphetamine problems that are found in Berwick and other addictions. The Central Susquehanna Foundation invited us in, and they provided support for us for the last year in opening our doors in helping the town of Berwick.
Jamie Zimmerman is the division director of Gaudenzia, which officially came to Berwick in December of last year. Zimmerman was impressed by the crowd that came out to learn what can be done to help those who are addicted and to prevent future addictions.
We basically shared with them what Gaudenzia is about and our philosophies behind providing treatment all throughout the state of Pennsylvania, and especially to the Berwick community. Our commitment is also in helping rural Pennsylvanians. We found that the group was they're already quite educated and very involved in their community in helping combat addiction. They asked a lot of questions. They're very positive. They're willing to come on board and do anything that they can to help us help their community.
Among those in the audience, Vicki Lowry, the mother of a child who is recovering from heroin addiction.
The meeting tonight was great because it was put on by an outpatient clinic. My daughter happened to attend Gaudenzia. It was inpatient, so I know about Gaudenzia, and I did get a lot out of the meeting tonight. Just knowing that they're in our town, that there is treatment in our town was a great thing.
Vicki was willing to share her story so that others will know that help is available.
I love to share my experiences because I've been through hell and back, and I don't want anybody else to go through what I've been through, so I think it is important to share my story and everybody else's story, I guess.
Gaudenzia operates an outpatient facility at 205 Chestnut Street in Berwick in Suite Number 2. More information can be found on their website, gaudenzia.org, or by calling them at 752-2985.
If you think that your child is doing drugs, they probably are. Do whatever you can to stop that. And if you find out that they really are doing the drugs, don't blame yourself because it's not your fault, but get them the help that they can and get yourself some help. Take care of yourself and your child, your loved one, and do it as quickly as you can.
Some good advice at last night's meeting. Well, just about everyone in the world knows someone who has been affected by cancer. This past weekend, the annual Berwick Relay for Life was held. 18 teams took to walking in relay. This year's event chairperson was Vicki Fish, who said they had a lot going on at the two-day event.
Well, we had all kinds of events. We had a moon bounce for the kids. We had karaoke for kids and, well, even the adults. We have all kinds of food stands, raffles, basket gifts, raffles, money raffles.
We have our luminary ceremony at 9 o'clock, which is very emotional. It's dark, very silent laps. We have all the bags lit up all around, and everybody walks around reflecting on those that they have supported through cancer and those that they have lost to cancer.
The ladies told us this year there were over 500 luminaries. The goal to raise $82,000 to help find a cure for cancer. Wyoming area school teachers have set a strike date of September 3rd. The teachers union has been working under the terms of an expired contract for 3 years. The union must give the district 48 hours notice before beginning a strike. Under state law, teachers may strike twice in one school year. The first must end in time to get in 180 school days in by June 15th or by the last day of the scheduled school year. If the first strike threatens that deadline, both sides must go into mandatory, non-binding arbitration. And finally tonight, there will be a tax hike in the Lake Lehman School District. By a 6-3 vote, the board adopted a $27.4 million budget that raises taxes from 9.27 mills to 9.67 in Luzerne County and to 51.18 mills in Wyoming County. By percentage, that's a 4.3 hike, well above the 2.1% limit set by the Department of Education this year. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to get our look at the forecast. Meteorologist Joe Garbochik standing by in the Weather Center with a preview. Joe?
Thanks, Lisa. Overall, looking like the next couple of days, not looking too bad across our region. Will we see any more rain in the forecast as well? I'll let you know all of that coming up next.
When it comes to the wire, guys, you are going to have an amazing experience. And if it means giving you back your money, plus, I'm going to do it. We guarantee everything. 112% money back guarantee. Labor and material guaranteed for a year. So you don't really need to worry about it. You're going to walk up to the wall, throw the switch, put your power cords in the outlets, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. Call me. Your time is valuable. If we're late, you get paid.
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, it's their summer buy one, get one free sale with over 30 free items available.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st, right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
On this episode of Off the Beaten Path is the first episode of the 5th season, and we got what?
Cinco Sei! I don't know if that's an actual Italian number. We're talking about Italian fingers. We've also got the Pittston Tomato Festival. Swords, S-word, swords, the sword art. Very interesting story on that. And Chris Fulmer will take us on another trip with his camera.
It's on the next Off the Beaten Path. The Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Cinco Sei!
Well, hurricane season is officially here. It began June 1st. It does not end until November the 30th. And even through June, we can have hurricanes and tropical storms, and pretty good ones, in fact. Here's a case in point of some of the most famous ones, the most intense hurricanes for the month of June. Keep in mind, these are ranked on a Saffir-Simpson scale up to a Category 5. Once you get to a 3, 4, and 5, those are really what's known as the big-time, devastating hurricanes, if you will. Audrey, back in 1957, 1945 was an unnamed storm, a Category 3. And keep in mind, back in the 40s, there was no way of naming the storm, so they were nameless. Alma in 1966, and a number of years ago, but not too far back, in 2010, was Alex, Category 2. So again, hurricanes can form, tropical storms can be out there through the month of June, but also keep in mind the peak hurricane season doesn't occur until around September the 10th. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. Again, across the Northeast, things are fairly quiet. There's been some showers and storms down toward the south. But I think for the most part through tonight, things not looking too bad. 63 outside our station in Hazleton right now. Pressure coming in at 29.89 inches of mercury, and we've been dry. No measurable precipitation since midnight. Robert Stevens, Face and Body Almanac page for the day. Getting up into the 80s today. 79 and 57 are the averages. 93 and 42 the records. High and low, they still stand. 532, 839 sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. Temperatures across our area: 61 in New Angola, 67 in Berwick, 67 in Shenandoah, 67 in Monomoy City, 66 in both Bloomsburg and in Danville. Satellites and radar, there you can see what's left of the moisture down toward the south and the east. Boy, there was a heck of a lot of rain, showers and storms, and even some as you head towards south of central Pennsylvania. But you start to see some clearing out, and we'll continue to see that clearing out night hours. And tomorrow actually shaping up to be a pretty nice looking day. Well, sunshine, maybe a few clouds around. It's going to continue to remain dry for tomorrow, heading into tomorrow night, and even as we go into our Thursday, things looking pretty nice across our area. Temperature wise, heading into tonight, 50s. Tomorrow we're up into the 70s. Maybe the higher elevations may struggle to make it out of the upper 60s, and notice maybe some 40s heading into tomorrow night and noontime hour on Thursday. Temperatures for the most part getting up into the 70s. So nice, pleasant conditions heading into tomorrow. And then after that, a streak of some very nice looking weather going into the first part of this weekend. And again, some 60s, upper 60s, higher elevations tomorrow. Elsewhere, temperatures should make it up into the 70s. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys at Division of Arc Electric. Heading into the next couple of days, here's what we can expect. Dry conditions, nice conditions right through Saturday. And then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, temperatures generally in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms can't be ruled out. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers: a daily 367, a big 43277. Quinto numbers looking like this: 40074, and a cash 5, 313, 14, 23, and 39. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Well, get ready to dial and win. This Saturday, June 22nd, marks the second annual High Mountain Craft Beer Festival, sponsored by the Hazleton Rotary Club. The event will feature over 40 craft beers, live entertainment, including WYLN's own Jeff Bonomo and Ostrich Hat. It will take place at Genetti's on Route 309 in Hazel Township. We have 2 pairs of tickets tonight, a $40 value each for 2 lucky viewers. Now, call us now at 459-1869, extension 1172. Leave us your name, town, and phone number on the voicemail, and we will pick 2 lucky viewers' names at random. Remember, you can only win once every 60 days. This is for our 10 o'clock live newscast only. When we come back, a special story about a special garden. Ann Gownley has the details next on Late Edition.
It's Justin from Grand Central, announcing how everybody can make the Grand Central connection with the grand opening of our second location on Route 93 across from Berger Family Dealerships. During our grand opening celebration, take part in our weekly $300 Hazel Park gift certificate giveaway. Grand opening prices up to 50% off, free delivery, and up to 36 months interest-free financing. And remember, shop Grand Central, where your house becomes a home.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce welcomes all vendors and crafters to participate in the Downtown Hazleton Farmers Market beginning Saturday, July 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 20 West Broad Street. To become a vendor, call 570-455-1509 or email info@hazletonchamber.org.
Hey everyone, want some close-to-home fun? Join the Keystone Active Zone Passport program to create your own backyard adventure exploring parks, trails, and events. It's fun, easy, and it's free. This year's Passport has more than 30 stops. Enjoy Riverfest in Wilkes-Barre and Pittston. Explore the Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage Corridor and more. Register at kazpassport.org. Visit as many stops as you want. Each stop has a question. Find the answers and log them in on the website. Start exploring today.
WYLN TV 35, in cooperation with Service Electric Wilkes-Barre, presents the Wyoming Valley Riverfest and Sojourn, June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, with a live TV broadcast Friday, June 21st from 5 to 8 p.m. and Saturday, June 22nd from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Learn about the beauty, splendor, and cultural significance of the Susquehanna River, interviews with people who make Riverfest possible, and outstanding musical entertainment, including Stanky and the Coal Miners. For more information, visit rivercommon.org.
The High Mountain Craft Beer Festival is Saturday, June 22nd from 1 to 5 at the Best Western Genetti Inn and Suites in Hazleton. The festival benefits the Hazleton Rotary Scholarship. Come sample over 40 great craft beers, taste some great food, and listen to some great music provided by one of Northeastern Pennsylvania's premier cover bands, Ostrich Hat. You must be 21 to enter, and tickets are available in advance or on the day of the festival. Craft beer lovers, don't miss the High Mountain Craft Beer Festival, Saturday, June 22nd.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772.
Welcome back. A butterfly garden to remember a little girl from the Hazleton area who touched the lives of so many people. Late Edition's Ann Gownley reports.
A labor of love to honor a little girl who recently lost her battle with an aggressive form of cancer called neuroblastoma. 6-year-old Adriana Bartle passed away on February 15th of this year. Adriana touched the lives of all who knew her, and now her family is creating a special butterfly garden to keep her memory alive and to give others a place to remember her. Her grandfather, John Casarda, has been helping plant flowers and complete this garden. He says as they planned the garden with Cheryl Berger, they wanted it to look like what Adriana would want it to look like for everyone to enjoy.
She loved butterflies and loved flowers and loved colors and loved life. And that's what plants are, their life, and it brings joy. So we're just trying to spread her joy.
Adriana recently graduated from the Helping Hands Society. Her mother always told us that she looked forward to going to school to see her friends. Executive Director of the Helping Hands Society, Mary Beth Cook, says they were honored when the family came and asked them if the garden could be placed at the playground that she loved so much.
She was a wonderful, wonderful human being, and so this is a labor of love on her family's part and her friends, and we are honored and so honored to have Adriana's butterfly garden in our Helping Hands playground.
The Bartle family hopes that many can come down to this butterfly garden at the Helping Hands Society and reflect on Adriana. And even Mary Beth and John say that whenever they're here, they feel her presence.
Yesterday I was down here and it was hot, and I just stood here and I said, oh, it's so hot, and this cool breeze came and I was like, thank you, Audrey. Thank you very much. It was good. It was a good feeling.
I know people say, well, there's always butterflies in the summer around flowers, but I'm telling you, I come down here all the time, and I maybe see one or two. I am down here talking to her grandfather yesterday, and all these butterflies just started flying around us and in the trees.
Casarda says once it is all finished, he hopes many will come out to enjoy the garden and its beauty.
I hope they feel tranquility and peace, that there is some kind of afterlife, and that they can come here and just meditate or just relax and just enjoy the beauty.
Although Adriana is no longer with us, Cook says she knows Adriana is still around supporting the school that she loves so much.
In her little body, I mean, she had the mind of someone who had lived a lifetime, because she always was worried about everyone else and helping other kids and helping people. And I think through her, we somehow got our blessings with Leadership Hazleton and Joe Clark. George Noss, who does our landscaping, is on board. Everyone's working together, and we're going to keep this beautiful. And of course, you know, if it weren't for John Seaman, the playground wouldn't even be here. So it's truly a labor of love.
Cook says the playground that has always been filled with love now feels complete with this garden in honor of Adriana Bartle.
Audrey, I love you. If you're seeing this in heaven, love you.
The garden will be dedicated this Saturday, June 22nd at 11:30 a.m. Adriana's Butterfly Run will also take place Saturday and will be a 57-mile bike ride from the Helping Hands Society to Towers Bar and Restaurant. The route they will be taking will make a complete butterfly in Adriana's memory. Registration begins at 9:30. The cost is $20 per motorcycle or $15 with an unwrapped toy. In Hazleton, for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thank you, Ann. A beautiful story for a beautiful little girl. When we come back, Beth is in with the first half of sports. Stay with us.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua, PA is a 3-generation family-owned and operated dealership entering their 33rd year of business and continues to uphold the family philosophy that every customer should be treated as part of the family. Stop in and let them show you how they honor these values. You'll meet a family member in every department, from finding your new car in sales to low interest rates and financing and extending your vehicle's life and service.
Give us the opportunity to show you. We're big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Come to the McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar Thursday, June 20th, Friday, June 21st, and Saturday, June 22nd at the McAdoo Fire Company's grounds located on South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo. On June 20th, it's DJ Music Master from 4 to 10. June 21st, music from Rail. And on Saturday, June 22nd, it's music from North of 40. Also on Saturday night, have a blast with the fireworks at the McAdoo Fire Company Annual Bazaar. Come for the great food and the great entertainment.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
So we are in the midst of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins. While the players out on the ice take center stage, there are a few unsung heroes behind the scenes making sure the playing field for them is pristine. That is the Zamboni drivers. Last week I got a sneak peek at the art of the Zamboni, and coming up this weekend, you can too. The Zamboni is a 4-ton piece of equipment that can practically turn on a dime. Hockey fans are familiar with it as it gets its time to shine during the intermissions of games, and now you have a chance to take it for a ride during a 2-day fantasy camp in Wilkes-Barre. Jason Jarecki is the general manager of the Cole Street Ice Rink, the rink where the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins practice, and he has been a Zamboni driver for over 20 years. His resume includes about 300 Penguins games.
Frank Zamboni was the inventor of the machine, so hence the company is named after him. They're based out of California. Basic model like the one we have, which I believe we purchased 3 years ago, they start at about $85,000, or at least they did as of 3 years ago. You can get the computerized models that do all the cutting and all the water for you. You're in over the $100,000 mark at that point.
Jarecki then explained how the machine resurfaces the ice.
See that kind of rusty thing right here? That is your blade. That's what cuts the ice. A new blade is sharp enough for you to shave your legs with. First part of what it does is that blade, you control it with this lever right here. Clockwise makes the cut deeper, counterclockwise actually levels the blade off. That's what cuts the snow and the chewed up ice off the surface. As it is cutting, it is also simultaneously dumping fresh water, and that's the second part, and that's what gives you the flood water, and that is your surface. That is your new surface once it freezes.
Now to the fun part.
Turn the key just like you would for your car.
All the way over?
All the way. There. It's your first step. Pull that lever towards you, put it in reverse. There you go, keep going. Okay. See, that's why I want to do the camp. The look on your face right now, it just made my whole day. So
on the Zamboni, for my first time, we were kind of comparing it before to a tractor. Now, in my teenage years, living on 3 acres of ground in Zion Grove, I could tell you that I've been on a tractor before, and nothing compares.
to this?
It really is a unique thing. I would, unless you've driven heavy equipment, I don't really know if there's anything else to compare it to, because you're up real high. You have this huge blind spot, so you can't even see half of what's in front of you. So it's a lot of just paying attention to detail and just learning your angles and, learning how sensitive that wheel is, because if, quarter inch one way or the other, you could crash into the wall or you could miss your mark, which you don't want to do, especially during a Penguins game, because people will point that out to you afterwards.
So back to the fantasy camp. You'll learn more than just how to drive the Zamboni, but why should anyone do it?
I just think it's a heck of a lot of fun. I've been asked of everything I've done in my professional career, more than anything else. I still get asked, when can I drive the Zamboni? What's it like to drive the Zamboni? It was crazy when the Penguins first started back in 1999. I mean, we weren't part of the team per se. We were just the Zamboni drivers. People were asking us for autographs. It was nuts. That's why I want to, whether you don't have to be a hardcore hockey fan or a hardcore ice skating fan to come and appreciate this.
The camp is this weekend, June 22nd and 23rd. All I can say is it was pretty awesome.
So you are literally starting the way I started 20 years ago.
Okay. So you're saying I could do this?
You're actually a step ahead of me, because my first day I drove outside. They wouldn't even let me on the ice.
If WYLN doesn't work out. Yeah, I do not think that the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins will be calling me for any help anytime soon, but it was a lot of fun. For more information on the first ever Zamboni Fantasy Camp at the Cole Street Ice Rink, you could call them at 208-9473 or visit their website at colestreeticerink.com. More sports coming up in the second half, including some Fightin' Phil's highlights. They are taking on the Portland Sea Dogs. Stick around, you're watching Late Edition on WYLN.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You're going to meet Christy Legg, and she's going to tell you how a very simple thing she was doing was giving her a hard time with her spine, and how very quickly Dr. John was able to help her feel so much better. Her story is coming up this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Recapping tonight's top stories, a van caught fire this afternoon along Interstate 81 in Butler Township. The Ford van caught fire near mile marker 148 in the southbound lanes. Traffic was slow going and was backed up to the Interstate 80 junction. One person had to be flown from Penn State Hazleton with burns to a trauma center. No word on the name or condition of that person taken from the Valley Regional and Hazel Township Fire Companies. Both assisted at the scene. Hazleton area school district officials have identified the students on a school bus who took part in harassment of a bystander as the students were on their last day of school. Now, this was the video taken by the victim last Thursday as he watched the bus pass his mother's business. You could see garbage and other things coming from the students who were riding the bus. Now that they've been identified, district officials are waiting for charges from police. Hazleton Area Superintendent Dr. Francis Antonelli told WYLN he will bring it to the school board's attention and discuss possible action. That may happen in September. The incident is on this week's committee meeting's agenda. Action is expected against the bus driver as well. The bids for demolition of the Hotel Sterling were open today. L.A. Tyrone explains.
The days of the old landmark at River and Market Street are numbered. Demolition is likely to be underway within the next few weeks. Now, when the county first started talking about demolition a couple of years ago, guesses on the cost were $1 million to $1.5 million. Well, the 13 bids opened today, and the low one was much less than that.
The lowest bidder was $419,000, which is Bedaric Excavating, and the next step now is to have it reviewed by the city attorney's office, which we will review to make sure the bid bond is correct is correct and the application is correct. The step after that will be to confirm that they are eligible on the state and federal lists. We'll have a pre-construction meeting, and then we'll move ahead to the demolition of the Hotel Sterling.
There was a pre-bid conference approximately 2 weeks ago, and everyone was allowed to tour the building and any questions you had. And then we submitted the bids this morning at 9:30 this morning.
Vinsko says the city wants things done quickly.
We're going to move on this very quickly, hopefully have the final answers in the next couple days, and then move to construction immediately.
Badaric says the age and the quality of construction don't present any real challenges.
Starting procedure because of the peregrine falcons, and the Game Commission wants us to start in a certain area so we don't disturb their habitat. And that's about it. As far as safety, the streets will be shut down, and we should have clear sailing taking it down.
That falcon he mentioned is reference to one that decided to build a nest on the building's roof. The Sterling was built in 1897 and once was the place to stay in this region. Its decline began in the 70s and it has sat vacant and deteriorating for over a dozen years. A plan for redevelopment, which was long on promises and the spending of $7 million federal dollars, but short on details, proposed by its former owner, a now defunct nonprofit group called CityVest, never happened. And the building's condition worsened, as these pictures provided by the city clearly show. By the way, the demolition involves only the Sterling, not the building next door, which used to be called the Sterling Annex. There seems to be some confusion about that. It was built in 1912 as the Elks Building and was bought by the Sterling during World War II. But by the late 60s was the first home of Lucerne County Community College. It was later owned by the Chamber of Business and Industry. It was recently bought by a Bear Creek man who said he had intended to put apartment units in it. As for the main Sterling, there's no start date for demolition as of yet. Badaric says it'll take about 2 months to complete. L.A. Tyrone, WILN's Late Edition.
Thanks, L.A., and that's a look at tonight's top story recap. When we come back, acknowledging accomplishments from the recent school year, plus Beth is back in with more sports.
And will we see a warm-up in our forecast? I'll let you know what the 7-day forecast in just a few.
For a dealer that will take the time to get to know our needs.
And hook me up with something that has some all-wheel drive and some power. Bam!
And what will you be using the car for primarily?
Cycling, snowboarding, kayaking, you know.
Gardening, antiquing, and commuting to work.
I've got just the car.
And we've got just the dealer.
The right car.
The right price.
The right dealer. Fairway Subaru. Yeah.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. Recently, I interviewed a constitutional attorney, and he made the point that one of the most important things we need to do to make government better is for state legislators to shore up states' rights. This week, I'm joined by State Representative Tara Toohill of the 116th District. We'll talk about liquor privatization, pensions, and the state budget, and what she is doing to enforce and enhance states' rights. This week on The Storm, only on WYLN.
The 2012-13 school year ended last week for students in the Hazleton Area School District, and as Ann Galney reports, one school is reflecting on its accomplishments.
West Hazelton Elementary Middle School has nearly 1,100 students in kindergarten through 8th grade. Principal Jocelyn Podlesny says this past school year they have been successful in many programs and are continuing to strive towards greatness.
2012-2013 has been an awesome year. Not only do we have hardworking students, faculty, staff, and administration, they're awesome also. Our school has about 1,100 students, and they range from kindergarten to 8th grade. Our goal here is to improve student achievement. So we take a look at different things that we have incorporated and put in place as adults.
Podlesny says the school keeps its goals high and always wants to inform the public about the academic achievements and the social events that occur each year at West Hazelton. Friday, the teachers from different grade levels sat down with WYLN to talk about the accomplishments their students have reached over the past year.
In kindergarten this year, 60% of our 102 students benchmarked for our end-of-the-year DIBELS testing, showing a gain of 11% from the beginning of the year. In first grade, students worked extremely hard to solidify and strengthen higher level reading skills and showed growth by having 53 students meet or exceed the end-of-the-year benchmark.
Second and third grade made incredible gains this year as far as academics is concerned. Second grade also uses DIBELS, and instead of just focusing on the oral reading fluency, we tried to increase the students' comprehension level. We had a sample size of 102 students, and out of these 102 students, by the end of the year, we increased from 23 students who received scores of 3 or 4, which is a desirable score on this measure, to 57 students. As far as the third grade is concerned, they use SRI, and impressively, their students showed a growth of 214 Lexile points.
I think my favorite program is the SRA Language for Learning program, which is social and instructional language that children need to matriculate in a school environment. We have our standards for that. We teach lessons in 10 lesson sequences, after which they are assessed, retaught as necessary. And I'm very happy to say that 100% of the students who were enrolled in the SRA Language for Learning program mastered between 88% and 100% mastery of social and instructional language.
I'd like to start in fourth grade with speaking about the SRI Wall of Fame that our fourth grade teachers put in the hallway downstairs. And it highlights 77% of the students who showed growth throughout the course of the school year in regards to their reading scores. Also in the fifth grade level, we had tremendous growth there as well. SRI scores grew from 28 students showed 200 points or more growth from our beginning of the year benchmark to the end of the year, with 52 students who grew 100 points or more.
Approximately 25% of our students in 7th and 8th grade are in the National Junior Honor Society. From September to May, 135% of our students have increased their scores. From September to May in their reading and math abilities.
Vice Principal Dr. Mark DeLeese says he is also proud of the accomplishments he has seen this past year, not only by the students, but by the faculty and staff.
Our teachers, much of what they do is unsaid and unseen, and I think that the public should know that they take young minds and develop them into citizens who show progress, show success, and we grow our students from the day that they come in to the day that they leave in 1 year, and that is our goal every year.
We also spoke with West Hazelton's guidance counselor, Christine Fedorko.
Education is more than a student-teacher relationship. Here at West Hazelton, we value the partnerships we have formed with others who aid to our student success. SBBH, Nutrition Inc., social services, law enforcement, and of course our parents are only some of the many we appreciate.
Podlesny says next year and each year following, they will continue to follow the Wildcat Way and strive to give a great education to each and every student that walks through the doors. In West Hazelton for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thanks a lot, Ann. Beth's in with the second half of sports, and Joe will recap the forecast when we come right back.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
Join us at Carmen's Country Inn, where Happily Ever After begins on Sunday, June 30th from noon until 3 for the wedding show of the season, Beautiful Beginnings. The area's finest in service and products will be on hand to show you how you can make your dream day come true. Enjoy a fashion show by Wedding Bells Bridal Shop. Sample a wine designed especially for the occasion by Simply Home Brew. Not planning a wedding? Join us anyway for great ideas on how to make your next social event spectacular. Join us and bring your friends. This event is free and open to the public.
You work hard at fundraising events for your organization. What better way to raise awareness to your cause than to wear a custom embroidered or screen printed shirt from CTC Apparel Plus? CTC makes it easy to create t-shirts that get your message out. Not only do we have packages at different levels that are affordable, but the t-shirts will be name brand, stylish, and comfortable. All it takes is a minimum of 25 shirts to start promoting. There are no setup fees or deposits required. Call CTC today at 570-454-3754.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
The WILN Weather Center brings you precise weather information you need to plan your day. And now you can get the latest weather conditions online anytime at WILNTV.com. Utilizing the latest technology, meteorologist Joe Garbacik brings you the most accurate weather information available, including webcams to view current road conditions and detailed maps of our area. For a full, detailed, and accurate daily weather report, watch WILN Weather with Joe Garbacik weekdays at 5 and 10 and online anytime at WILNTV.com.
It was a doubleheader in Reading tonight. The Fightin' Phils looking to win their 5th game in a row. The Red Sox affiliate, the Portland Sea Dogs, trying to put a stop to the streak. Game 1 tonight in Reading delayed an hour and 9 minutes due to rain. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, though. Fightin' Phils up 1-0. Matt Barnes with the ball for the Sea Dogs. Tommy Mendonça for the Phils hits a routine ground ball. Second baseman Derek Gibson. Gibson will fumble it. Mendonça will run it out and be safe on the error. A few plays later, Mendonça, he will be on third base. It's a wild pitch by Barnes, and the Fightins will score another unearned run. They're up 2-0. Top of the 4th, Portland's Peter Hissey on third. Michael Almanzar will single to center with a line drive, bringing him home. Sea Dogs on the board, trailing 2-1. But in the bottom of the 5th, no outs for the Fightin' Phils. 2 runners on. Jim Murphy up to the plate. He hits a hard 2-run single. Reading will go up 4-1. And that will be the final of Game 1 tonight, 4-1. The city of San Jose, California will sue Major League Baseball. It's trying to be the home of the A's proposed new ballpark. It's been assumed the club would also change its name from the Oakland A's to the San Jose A's, but MLB set up territorial rights for all of its clubs, and the city is in the Giants' territory. The club refuses to give the A's permission. Defenseman Mark Street has agreed to a 4-year, $21 million contract extension with the Flyers. The Flyers acquired the rights to Street last week from the Islanders. He can't officially sign until Philadelphia gets its salary cap in situation. The Flyers are expected to buy out goalie Ilya Bryzgalov and center Danny Briere this summer. Street had 6 goals, 21 assists in 48 games for the Islanders this past season. And Blackhawks head coach Joe Quenneville says right wing Marian Hossa is likely to play in Game 4 against the Bruins. He was absent from last night's 2-0 loss with an undisclosed injury, some saying it's his neck. Hossa has 7 goals and 8 assists in 19 playoff games in this spring. Now let's check out our scoreboard. It's do or die for the Miami Heat tonight in Game 6. Birds lead the series 3-2, and they are also leading in the third quarter. Eastern League in Game 2 of that doubleheader, the Fightin' Phils are trailing by 3 runs. The Arrows fell to Trenton 5-1. In the International League, Carlos Zambrano pitches 7 scoreless innings for the Iron Pigs. They win 3-0. And in the majors, the Rays fall in Game 1 of their doubleheader with the Red Sox. Game 2, it's the Sox again, 3-1. Blue Jays, they win over the Rockies. That score 8-3. It's a close one. In Minnesota, the White Sox trail 5-4, and it's 2-0 Mariners up on the Angels. In National League, Carlos Ruiz back behind the plate for the Phillies tonight. They are leading the Nationals 4-2. The Pirates shut out the Reds 4-0, and the Giants, they are leading the Padres by 1 run in the second inning. Joe's coming right back after the break with the rest of your forecast. Stick around.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Come to the McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar Thursday, June 20th, Friday, June 21st, and Saturday, June 22nd at the McAdoo Fire Company's grounds located on South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo. On June 20th, it's DJ Music Master from 4 to 10. June 21st, music from Rail. And on Saturday, June 22nd, it's music from North of 40. Also on Saturday night, have a blast with the fireworks at the McAdoo Fire Company Annual Bazaar. Come for the great food and the great entertainment.
All right, still got a couple of showers and storms across parts of the state of Pennsylvania, extreme northeastern PA, and then as you head towards south, central Pennsylvania, but the rest of the area really not seeing anything, and I think for the most part, most of us should be quiet through the overnight hours. 62 outside our station in Hazleton, pressure coming in at 29.90 inches of mercury, and again, we've been dry since midnight. Again, wind's not too much of a factor, a little bit of a breeze from time to time. 67 at the Avoca Airport, 65 in Williamsport, it is 67 in Selinsgrove, and 61 in Mount Pocono. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, temperatures holding in the mid to upper 60s as I speak. Satellite and radar. Again, there's been a couple of showers and storms out there today, but again, most of our viewing area did not see anything. Most of them down toward the south and east and south central Pennsylvania. You can still see a couple of them left. They will move out. They will diminish, paving the way for some clearing skies through tonight, heading into tomorrow. Looking like a very nice looking day for our Wednesday. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. So it looks like we'll have a streak of some very nice looking weather over the next couple of days. That streak starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all those days will be dry, a gradual warming trend, and then finally we'll be near 80 degrees. Start going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, some scattered showers and storms.
All right, Joe, sounds very good. We would like to say congratulations to Joeen Matchko of Wilkes-Barre and also to Dave Rappaport from West Hazleton. Both of them won tickets to see the second annual High Mountain Craft Beer Festival. I can't get that name right no matter what. The Mountain Craft Beer Festival, sponsored by the Hazelton Rotary Club this Saturday at Gianetti's in Hazelton. Another chance to win coming up. You got to stay tuned and watch, and maybe you'll be the lucky viewer going as well.
Happy birthday, Gary Perna.
See you tomorrow.